Like I did promise you on this channel, I'm going to be showing you the behind the scene, what it actually looks like to flip PCs for profit. You can try to flip PC on eBay. You can try to flip PC on Facebook Marketplace, on your website. But at the end of the day, the experience is pretty much the same. If you have, if you are committed to flipping PCs for profit, definitely there are going to be good times. There are going to be times where you feel like, you know what, I do not want to do this business anymore. I just feel like things are all going crazy. And at other times, you are going to be balling because transactions are going to be going through, sales are going to be going through, people are going to be buying your product. They are going to be happy with the PC you are sending to them. They're going to be giving you positive reviews, and you're going to be feeling so happy with the business that you have built for yourself. So this is exactly what it is, and this is exactly what I strive to do here on this channel, which is to show you guys exactly how it looks, to balance your expectations so that if you decide to go all out and flip pieces for profit, you will exactly know what you are getting yourself into. See, guys, a few days ago, this PC was actually returned to me. It was a beautiful PC that was sold to a customer, but for one reason or the other, the buyer decided to send it back to me. If I remember correctly, the buyer was saying that he wanted to actually use a laptop, not a desktop PC. This is something that can actually happen. I was a little bit feeling bad because I felt like it was a transaction that could have been avoided if the buyer had just, done his or her due diligence to really check and see what he wanted. But the beautiful thing is that this buyer, a responsible buyer, as a matter of fact, I was actually kind of blown away by how this buyer sent back my item to me. The buyer took great care, made sure that the PC was sent back exactly the same way I had sent it out. There was no scratch, packed it neatly. If I remember correctly, I also did make a video of me opening the packets, and I actually went ahead to say that if every buyer would actually, be like this, then there will not be problems with returns. Guys, I've received returns where people send back the PC in the most, disgusting manner. The PC will just be bundled up in a packet, shipped off, without recourse to safety, no bubble wraps, no protecting materials, just shipped off. And of course, the PC came destroyed, and most times I still had to send back, refund. But when this PC came, I was impressed with the condition, everything looking really tip-top. There was no reason to complain. And I said to myself, I'm going to go ahead and release this PC on eBay, and I am definitely going to be selling it. True to it, this PC sold yesterday, 15th of May, for 300 euros. Beautiful transaction. It made me happy because at the end of the day, it wasn't a total loss, because it could have been worse. If this PC had come back to me, this front blend here could have been broken, whatever, this side panel here could have been broken. At the end of the day, there's nothing I can actually do about it to bring this PC back, but that this PC came as a whole and still went ahead to sell now for 300 euros. I'm just hoping that this transaction right now is going to be going to a responsible person, somebody that has done, his or her due diligence to really check that this is something that the person wants. As a matter of fact, it's one of the best-selling PCs right now. If you go onto eBay, it's a Fujitsu Esprimo P758. It's a very cute PC, not so big, cute tower PC that everybody would actually want to have. This is something that can happen if you decide to flip pieces for profit. It's not going to be, all a bed of roses. Sometimes people are going to buy your product, and for one reason or the other, they're going to send it back. And when they do send it back, it shouldn't be the end of the road for you. I've actually seen people saying to me, how do you deal with returns? I would have loved to start flipping pieces, but one of my biggest, fear is that what if I sell pieces and nobody wants it, they are sending it back to me. I do not want to deal with that. Guys, I'm telling you, if you want to start to flip pieces, there's just no way you can separate returns from actually flipping pieces for profit. As a matter of fact, I stand to be corrected. If there's anybody here that has made money flipping pieces, the person will definitely have one or two experiences. What's one or two? More than like hundreds of experience to tell you, in different situations where PCs have actually been sent back. This PC right here have sold, like I said, for 300 euros. I'm happy about it, and I felt like this is an opportunity to actually, show you guys that, look, if people return your items, it shouldn't be, the end of the road. It shouldn't be that one singular activity that destroys your motivation. Keep pushing, keep refining your processes, keep putting in the work. Definitely, the right buyer for your item is going to come around and they are going to buy the item, and the item is going to be shipped off, and the item is going to stay with the buyer. Of course, I must have lost a few euros, there about 20 euros on this transaction, but I'm happy because the bulk of my money is back to me. If this PC had come destroyed, then it would have been a different story. But if I am losing 20 euros on this transaction and still keeping my main capital, I think that is just fine. Unfortunately, up till now, I've not been able to lay my hands on this PC because I tested this PC and this PC kind of delivered to the market. The market accepted it. I think we sold 15 pieces of this PC as at 2 weeks ago. I've been looking for this PC, been checking everywhere. I've not been able to get it, but if I can lay my hands on this PC once again, I'm definitely going to be buying it because the market has proven to me that this is one PC, that the market wants. I'm going to go ahead and set it up. Make sure everything is complete. The buyer actually wants 16 gigabytes of DDR4 RAM, wants a 512 gigabytes of NVMe SSD. If I remember correctly, the previous buyer had bought this PC with 256 gigabytes of SSD. So I'm going to take that out and make sure the 512 gigabytes of SSD is installed on it. Beautiful thing is that I can still use that SSD for a different flip. And behind the PC, you can see that this bracket here is missing. That is because the previous buyer did buy this PC, with a wireless LAN card. And I have since removed the wireless LAN card for a different PC that was sold. But these brackets here, I still have a lot of them in the warehouse. So it shouldn't be a problem for me to grab one and just make sure I install it here. In this case, behind this PC is not looking like this, because if you have to send out, a PC that costs as much as 300 euros to a buyer and you leave this, bracket behind empty, I don't think everybody will be happy with that because it looks like something is missing. Matter of fact, on several occasions, I have actually received PCs from people like this. Yes, they do not know that this is important, but I'm telling you, there are some picky buyers. They will not accept something like this from you, especially when they have to pay so much, for a beautiful PC like this. So I have the bracket. Definitely, I'm going to fix it before the PC is sent out, still today. Ideally, this PC should be sent out on the 19th of May, but because I have time, I'm actually trying to see how I can do this, still go ahead and pack this PC and ship it up. But while still talking to you guys, I received a notification on my phone that a HP Compact Elite A300 have since sold again. I wouldn't know why this PC is beginning to sell now, because this PC has since been around for a long time, but in the last 2 days, we have actually sold 3 pieces of this PC. Kind of unusual, I would say. Whenever it happens like this, I tend to want to take a look at the listing. Perhaps eBay is actually running some, discount on these listings, because sometimes eBay picks some offers, like some PCs. It could be monitors, it could be laptops, and they actually do go ahead to offer a discount of say 10% to a potential buyer. When it happens like that, you tend to see some items that have been listed for so long, just selling from the blues. This is interesting. I wouldn't know, but if I can see here, I don't see any discount being offered on this PC right now. I just feel like it was the time for it to sell. It sold for 264 euros, including shipping. This time around, this PC is going to be shipped to somebody in Germany. Also very decent configuration. 1 terabyte of HDD, 1 terabyte of SSD, 16 gigabyte of DDR3 RAM. This is a PC that has been around for quite some time, but it doesn't change the fact that it's a beautiful, a decent PC. And I'm also trying to make sure that the buyer gets the best. I always make sure to ensure that the PC I'm sending out are in the best optical condition, because sometimes there's a percentage of the buyer satisfaction that actually goes to how beautiful the PC is. What's the optical condition? Technical condition, for sure, that needs to be in place. But the optical condition also is something you want to pay close attention to. So take away from this video is that, look, if you have items that you have sold on eBay and the items for one reason or the other gets returned to you, do not let it be the end of the road. Pick your motivations up. Understand that eBay is a very responsible platform. Like I always say, if the item you are selling wasn't interesting to the person that bought it and tried to return it or even returned it, do not let it dampen your motivation. Go ahead and clean up the item. If it's a case of a PC, make sure it's cleaned up. Make sure you test it again. Make sure every little detail about the PC is checked before you go ahead and release it. And if the PC is a very good PC like this one right here, it is definitely going to sell. Give or take, you might make some losses here and there, but it's part of the experience. It's part of all what you have to go through to become that seasoned PC flipper that I always talk about. So let this video be an encouragement for you. Do not let customer returns be that which will break you or break your business. Keep putting in the work, and at the end of the day, you are ultimately going to succeed. Until I see you again in the next one, have a beautiful time flipping PCs.